friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today I'm doing the Give It a Twist tag, originally created by Jamie Adds Stories, and I will have his original video linked below. I was so kindly tagged by Sandy over at Miss Reads a Lot. If you are not familiar with Sandy's channel, you should definitely check it out. I will also have that linked below. She is super sweet and super fun. She's doing this challenge where she's trying to read 1,001 books, and she takes us along and gives us weekly updates, and it is really a fun thing to follow along with. And it's really interesting to hear about all the books because a lot of them are ones I have never heard of before. So thank you so much, Sandy, for tagging me. And without further ado, let's dive into the questions. The first question is, which book provided the most satisfying of twists? And for that, I picked The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. In this book, Evelyn Hardcastle dies every day, and every day Aidan Bishop wakes up in a new body trying to figure out who killed Evelyn, or who is going to kill Evelyn that day. This story is so amazing, and the twist at the end, and just some of the twists throughout, because this book is very complex and just very engaging, and there are a lot of like little twists and then some really big twists, and each twist had me shocked, and my mind was blown when I finished this book, and I honestly really want to reread it because it is so good and the twist is so satisfying. I love it. Question 2 is, which story had the most disappointing twist? And I picked Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell for this question. This book follows a bunch of different storylines in a bunch of different times, and we jump from like 1800s, I think is when it starts, all the way into like 200 years in the future from where we are now, and we follow storylines in between those times, and there are twists and turns, and I was very disappointed in this book. I really wanted to like it. There was really only one storyline that I actually liked, and all the other ones I disliked. This is a book I normally would have DNF'd, but I pushed through and finished it because it was a gift. But overall, I was really disappointed, and I didn't like where the story went, and I didn't like any of the twists. Question 3 is, which well-known book character would you twist by changing their personality? And I picked Kaladin from The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I've read the first 2 books in this series. It's like this epic high fantasy series that I can't give you a good summary of because it has been so long since I read them, and they're so long and so much happens. But one of the main characters, his name is Kaladin, and he's a slave, if I remember correctly, or like a servant of some kind. And we follow him a lot, and he just rubs me the wrong way. I do not like him, and if I could twist his personality, I would. I'm not even 100% sure what I would do to twist his personality to make me like him more. He is one of the characters that came to mind for this question because a large part of why I did not like this book, or the second one, its sequel, is because I didn't like Kaladin as a character. So if I could twist it and maybe enjoy the series a little bit more, that would be great. Question 4 is, if you could add a twist to a book, what would it be? And for this, I thought of Cells at Work by Kane Shimizu. In this, we follow cells in the human body as the red blood cell delivers oxygen and the other blood cells do their jobs in the body. The twist I thought of for this that I think would be interesting, that is possible they do in some of the volumes I have not read yet, would be to introduce kind of a mystery element with an autoimmune disease where the cells of the body are attacking themselves. I think this would be a really interesting twist for this story because all of the ones I've read so far feature things coming from the outside into the body, or like scrapes on the outside of the body, as what the red blood cells and the other cells in the body are trying to face. And I think it would be interesting to see it if it was other cells in the body attacking themselves. Question 5 is, what is the most twisted twist you've read? And for this, I'm going with Winter in Paradise by Ellen Hildebrand. In this book, we follow a woman as she finds out that her husband has died and he was having an affair. And so this woman and her 2 sons go to the island of St. John's and try to figure out the mysterious circumstances around her husband's death. I picked this book for this prompt because of the kind of twisted family that it centers. I read this book fairly recently, and I don't remember, honestly, how it ends that much, except for the twisted drama that the family has. As far as books go, I know there are books that have more family drama than this one, but this is one of the most dramatic I have read, and the twists and the family drama, it's twisted. So that is why I picked it for this prompt. Question number 6 is, if you could recast a book to film adaptation, how would you add a twist to the characters? For this I picked Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. Poirot is a very well-known character, and Agatha Christie is a very well-known author, and multiple movies have been made about the Murder on the Orient Express as well as Christie's other works, and I just think it'd be really interesting to take the Poirot stories and cast Poirot as a woman. Agatha Christie has other books that feature female detectives, but I haven't seen any film adaptations of those books, so I do think it'd be really interesting to take the books that are actually being made into films and add that twist to them and have a woman detective as the lead playing this very famous character, but just twist it a little bit. I think that'd be fun. That is all the questions in the Give It a Twist tag. Definitely, if you want to do this tag or if you have done this tag, let me know down below, because I do think this is a very fun tag. Thank you so much again, Sandy, for tagging me. And thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!